Today we are going to be learning a little bit about the history of one of the largest and most recognizable names here in the United States, and it has to do with the growth and also buyout of a couple of companies, and it's all a lot of fun. So today we are joined by Larry Rogoff, who represents the area of franchising in the San Antonio region in the UPS stores, with the UPS stores. So I'm going to let Larry distinguish the difference between UPS and UPS stores. Some people maybe get confused about that, but I'm sure he doesn't mind because it's recognizable.
Thank you, Kurt.
You bet.
The UPS in 2001 purchased a small franchisor called Mailboxes Etc. Mailboxes Etc. was the premier business in this industry of, let's call it, business convenience store for the consumer and small businesses alike. UPS was looking to get more involved in this business, have more access points, and felt that there was two ways to really get in the business: either build it or buy it. Buying it was the right opportunity, and the Mailboxes Etc. brand in 2001 was purchased by UPS. In 2003, after some significant testing, the brand was changed to the UPS store. It was the largest retail rebranding in the world. Wow. Because of the impact of the UPS brand, there was significant consumer lift and confidence, and the UPS stores grew both because of demand, timing the economy was great, and we've grown from, at the time, a little bit over 3,000 stores to about 4,300 stores today.
Wow, I didn't realize there were that many. I knew there was in the thousands, but
we are within, I think, 25 minutes of every consumer on average in the United States.
Very good.
So, and we continue to grow.
So as you have mailing needs, copying needs, go to the UPS stores within 25 minutes.
And printing needs. We are very quietly the largest printer in America.
Really?
With all these stores and our printing capability across the stores, we really have more equipment, more people, more capability than any other printer in the country.
That's
so
amazing.
let's do the mail service, private mailboxes, packing, shipping services, and of course printing.
Absolutely. Great product lineup. Obviously a great name. So we're going to talk also for the next few minutes a little bit about what makes the UPS stores unique, and then when we come back from break, we're going to talk a little bit about Larry's story himself. How did he get involved, and also if you are a potential franchisee out there, make sure you pay close attention to this segment, whether you're listening on the radio or watching on YouTube. And in fact, we're going to pause right now and have Larry give his contact information so that if anybody wants to contact you, how do they do that?
Well, the easiest way to reach me is by phone. Call my cell number, 602-570-6844. Let me repeat that, 602-570-6844. And if you're interested in a franchise, go to our website, the UPS store, that's THEUPSSTORE.com, and click on Franchise Opportunities. And there's a tremendous amount of information available on the site and an opportunity to register yourself as a lead.
And I would definitely say that one of the important things, if you're looking for a franchise, and I'm going to leave most of the touting of the great franchise to Larry, so I don't get into trouble. But it is a great recognizable name. In many times you look at a great franchise opportunity, but nobody knows the name, and sometimes it's really hard to get people to come into your store. But with a name like the UPS store, it's very easy for people to Google it and come in.
Very high consumer confidence.
You betcha. So tell us a little bit about the evolution. What was it that made, it was 3,400 and now it's
43, 45, almost 4,500 actually.
And that was in a down economy, it grew. So what were some of the secrets that allowed you guys to grow?
Well, the biggest secret is the fact that we have an exceptional business system. Franchising is, the concept of franchising is to replicate a business system and form synergy amongst the people who are involved in that business system. Our system is geared towards that first-time entrepreneur, if you would, or that person who is looking to really expand their opportunities and grow assets and own multiple stores. But having a business system with brand name and all the tools that you need if you're thinking of going into business presented to you, we hold your hand, we provide support, ongoing training, etc. It really allows people to reduce their risk, which is the biggest key. You know, the U.S. Department of Commerce says that 66% of all businesses that start in 2013 will not see 2014.
Wow.
However, at the same time, they say if you're involved in a franchise, you have a 90% chance of being successful.
Amazing.
And while I don't have an exact number for the UPS store, I know that it is typically in the high 90s as your percentage of successful opportunities.
That's wonderful. That's hard to beat. But we're going to talk a little bit later about what it takes to be able to get into a franchise. It's a deceivingly low number because you need to be capitalized well, and they help out along those lines. And we'll actually talk about that and a little bit more in the next segment. But it is surprisingly low, so stay tuned for the next segment. But what are some of the things that you've seen? The ones that follow the plan, the ones that actually, and that's the nice thing about a franchise, is that it's a proven model that works over and over
Correct.
and over.
Yes.
What are some of the systems that you have that are unique, that are not proprietary, that you can tell the world?
Well, obviously our software is proprietary, but we do have a very good system. And it starts with our training. It is a certified training class. We provide over 5 weeks of training. We have a very highly skilled and motivated team that works with you on site selection. I myself have been in the business 27 years, and I think I'm a pretty good lease negotiator as well, as do our team. We have developed a standardized leasing format, and we are able to often get concessions and protections for your business from landlords that the average Joe on the street wouldn't be able to secure.
And you know, you'd be surprised. You need to have somebody who really knows what a UPS store's needs are over a 10-year period. You might be in a mall that has an anchor store in it. And so you only have a certain amount of parking. Well, heaven forbid, in a down economy, the anchor store goes out of business. You have all this wide open parking, and yet the landlord is sitting there ticketing people who are parking 4 spaces over. You want to have the right that if the parking is there and available, that your customers can park there without being
Certainly,
harassed.
and that's part of the lease negotiation process. We try to protect the franchisee in the event that they're in a shopping center of some type and the anchor does leave it. It happens. Grocers go out of business, other anchors leave. We become very dependent upon them as a draw, so we do have to protect the franchise owner as well as we can in their lease negotiation.
And I know that was kind of ticky-tacky what I brought up, but the point is that I wanted to bring up something ticky-tacky that you wouldn't have thought about. You know, you get into the lease, you're excited to be into your new store, but that's why having Larry as your lease negotiator, he's seen it all in the last 27 years, and he's seen the pain that people go through, including that maybe you want out of your lease and you want to move on if the anchor goes out of business.
Sometimes you have to do that.
Yeah, you bet.
It is tough to move our stores, but we can do it.
You bet.
And we have done it successfully.
We have about 1 to 2 minutes before break. Tell us a little bit about, is there any corporate advertising that goes on that kind of will bleed down? And
very significant. We try to tell our franchise owners that we advertise on 4 levels.
Okay.
The number 1 level is from UPS itself. It is creating the brand, and they spend well over $100 million a year in promoting and protecting that brand, promoting the name to the consumer. So it is the number 2 most recognized brand in the world, actually.
Wow.
The second level is the national advertising that the UPS Store Inc. actually does itself, and we have our own marketing department and development but we have for the first time ever synced our marketing scheme, if you would, with that of UPS. So their current theme is the same as our current theme.
Very good.
And we spend probably in the $24 to $26 million range there.
Wow.
Level number 3 is our regional, and every region in the country has a co-op that the stores within that region participate in. It is run by the store owner, so it has, while it tries to mirror the corporate organization, it is really corporate. Well, UPS sells its brand, corporate is selling the UPS store brand and trying to educate the public on what we do. The regional advertising says, now you know what we do, come and buy it from us and let me give you a reason to do that.
Gotcha.
The 4th level is local store marketing. We encourage our store owners to not only go out and wear out a pair of shoe leathers,
Sure.
but to also advertise for their store. Where do you want to buy it? Buy it from me.
Very good. There are some ideas that anybody who knows anything about my show at this point is where I say the words trusted team. And we, since we're on Larry's time, we won't talk too much about trusted team during this this break. But if we can actually have some of the UPS stores try out trusted team, we may bring it back and talk about the successes that they have.
That would be great.
And I will just say this much more of a blurb is that wearing those shoes out, essentially it allows, Trusted Team is a software that allows local affiliate marketers to get together and say the 25 businesses to the right of your UPS store, the 25 businesses to the left of your UPS store, they all get together, they market together in email marketing campaigns, they market together in social media, and they also market together in just referring physically each other to each other's stores. So it can be a very powerful way to have grassroots American bootstrapping,
Yes.
and very inexpensive.
And it's a great idea.
Sure. So, all right. Well, thank you so much, Larry Rogoff, for joining us here from the UPS stores. We're going to go to break. We'll be right back. When we come back, we're going to learn what makes Larry unique in the San Antonio area in particular, and what his expertise has brought to the table as he's developed out the UPS stores in the San Antonio market, and what Phoenix has to do that with that as well. So don't go away. We'll be right back after the break. This is Kurt Wilhelm, your host of the Social Universe here on Voice America, and we'll be right back.